Welcome everyone to another video of Chibino Podcast. You got me, David the Smash Fan.
Smash your tech guy.
Mister.
And Mr. Okay, so we just had the trailer for episode 9 drop today. We had Star Wars Celebration obviously start today, so tons of information is going to come out about this, about the new Star Wars game and the new series that are coming out on the Disney Plus stream. But we want to talk about episode 9, the what's it called, the Rise of Skywalker. And there's so much to talk about because we're gonna talk about not just the trailer, but there's a lot of stuff that J.J. Abrams and a lot of stuff that was within the panel that was released that gives a lot of context.
That wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah, it gives a lot of context to what we're seeing here in the trailer and what to expect when the movie comes out in December. So we have Mazatega, who's the biggest Star Wars fan in our group. So let's have you start with the trailer or with this discussion. So the trailer and everything. How are you feeling right now about the movie?
So I guess first thing I want to say, this isn't anything to get into debates about if you like The Last Jedi or not. I don't want to have any of that in our video, if that's cool. So I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess I'll say. It was a good trailer, but it how do I say? I saw a lot of things in it that kind of made me wonder if there's gonna be a lot of retcons going on. You know what I mean? A lot of questions I got for it. I think the most interesting thing of the trailer for me was the Palpatine laugh when you see the down piece of the Death Star. Now, whether that's the first one or the second one, I'm guessing it's obviously probably the second one, right? But anyways, I know that I don't know. I'm thinking like with the EU, how Palpatine did stuff with cloning, and also in canon we know, like, you know, he helped make Anakin. I'm just wondering if there's gonna be some kind of
there's a lot of questions.
A lot of questions. But what do you guys think?
Well, going off just what you said right there, just real quick, we do know that dark force nature stuff tends to stick in an area, and where Rey was looking at the Death Star, you hear Palpatine's laughter. So maybe like his high concentration of dark force energy could be there, and she could just kind of like go there, and he could manifest in there. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't really know too much about that.
I want to hold on to the belief that Miles and I have, that he has done something that Rey is the not the conclusion, but is the byproduct of some sort of experiment that Palpatine did, you know, decades ago or whatever. Because we talked about how it would be cool, like if she was another another quote unquote Anakin, where it was, you know, Palpatine who impregnated Anakin's mom with the Force. Like, I don't know. I think like involving him in the lore and again putting everything all around, bringing everything
to connect
around,
everything.
Yeah, and I think that actually be cool.
That's a great idea. Yeah, them incorporating Palpatine, I think, is a great idea. I mean, regardless of how you feel with 8, to me it was a bit fillerish. I almost felt like a lot of the stuff that's getting shown in this episode 9, it almost feels kind of like the stuff I kind of wanted 8 to be in a way. I feel this is driving the narrative to a place I want it to. You know, I want it to connect to all of them, obviously, right? Like how episode 7 was, you know, they obviously did the whole mystery, you know, go in that movie and that vibe, and they left you with a lot of questions in that movie, you know, like where the lightsaber come from, why is Rey getting these visions, you know, that was kind of intertwining with, you know, the original shows or movies, I mean. So for this one to kind of do that with Palpatine, it's really make me wonder, you know. Let me back up here. The name, the Rise of Skywalker, there's a lot of little things in there, you know, and it's like you have Palpatine's voice, I mean his laughter, and then you got the name Skywalker in the thing to sum it all up.
Luke talking.
Yeah, and then Luke's narrating the whole trailer.
That part was cool.
That was awesome, right? And some of the things he said, where it's like thousands of generations all now to you. It's just, but now it's her fight. You know, that was really cool. But like, is the Rise of the Skywalker? That leaves so many questions. Is it about Rey? Is she a Skywalker? Is it Kylo Ren and him becoming the original, like, well, not original, sorry, like him becoming, you know, more of a Skywalker to like Luke's side, or is it about like the creation from them because of Palpatine? You know, there's so many things in that name of that title that I'm really curious to see how JJ kind of puts this together. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
I really think that he is using this not as the last name, the Skywalker name, but like you said, it's more of this, I think, idea, this theology that the Skywalkers have because it saying the rise of Skywalker, like it could mean like the rise of Kylo. Actually, I'm not Kylo and I'm Ben Skywalker, or I think like the idea of the Skywalker name being like pushing everyone to defeat the First Order. Like I really honestly think it's not gonna be just the name. It's not just a person, but it's an idea, the rise of Skywalker, because it's not plural. It's not saying the rise of the Skywalkers, meaning the name, but the rise of Skywalker, I think, has just more that can be implied.
There's some theories, and tell me what you guys think. And it was kind of a concept. I'm not saying this is my theory, but other people have been thinking or speculating, I should say, that maybe the rise of the Skywalker, since Luke said it's time for the Jedi to end, right? And pretty much that Jedi's religion and order is kind of mostly gone, rather than how Rey implements it with reading the book she got, right? It could be that instead of the Jedi, the new religion or following could be, instead of Jedi, they're Skywalker people now.
Right, because like I said,
Force
it's
users
an
are
idea.
Skywalkers. And that to me is kind of cool and intriguing as a way as well. Or I think we talked about this off our podcast, but the idea of maybe Rey carrying on the name, like Rey Skywalker as the last name, to carry on the legacy of the Skywalkers, to not let their legend die or be forgotten.
I feel like it could be something completely different than that.
Yeah, what do you got?
It could pull what's that one movie from like the late 2000s, early 2010s? It's that blonde girl. She goes to a correctional area, and then they just
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I could.
Are you
see
saying
it
it's a
being
all
that-
dream?
No, not a dream. It's the sense.
That's
of,
what
like,
people have said.
it's-
They're like, it's all a dream.
No.
It's all a dream.
It's the sense of Rey is shown as the main character, but the person who ends up being the main character at the end is the other chick. So,
I would rather
it
just be
could
more
show
about Ben
Rey-
Solo.
Yeah, that's what I'm
as the main
saying. Rey is the one who's setting up everything up for Ben, and then she, whatever happens to her, or she wins. But he comes back to the Force, and it shows him being like, okay, I've come back and things are good now, kind of a situation. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
what I feel. That's because that's the vibe I've been getting from all three of it. Is they're trying to bring him back, and like you've stated before in previous discussions, not recording, is that he's the only one who's fighting to not be in the good side, and I feel like she's the key to bringing him back, and then he will bring like the rise of Skywalker, because I mean she is not fallen, she's not. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just from the books you've said she's a Skywalker. But
I don't know. It'd be nice if they can and they could give us a meaning to like why she's so powerful too from all this. Like if she is like
yeah, but that would take too much
created.
time. They'd have to do it in a book.
No.
They would do it in a
Well,
movie.
No, that's not true.
Here's some stuff that J.J. Abrams said to clarify. He said we're gonna see some new Force powers that we've never seen, at least Rey do.
Yes.
But I think he said like anyone is done, but I'm not sure. But he also said that there's significant time has passed since the Last Jedi.
That's what I
And
like
that she
too.
has
That's what
she
I
has
like.
been having that training.
Good freaking 3D.
Somehow, she probably self-trained. I thinking because we heard Luke,
Force Ghost Luke.
he's tracing them because he says he says we passed on all we know, like you said, 1,000 generations live in you now, but this is your fight. And then the last thing he says, we will always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
And
So-
who's we? And that's really intriguing.
Yeah,
That
'cause
gets me excited.
she only knows one person. I mean, it's far-fetched, but I could possibly see them bringing Han Solo back for this. Somehow he comes back as a Force. I don't know how.
No.
No.
They
No,
The
could.
only way that could happen
No,
is if
It's not
they
a force either.
Who
Well,
says
no,
that he
I'm
has to
saying the
do it
only-
himself?
The only way I could
Because
see
Qui-Gon you have to be what they've said in canon is you have to be in the light side, not even the dark side is supposed to come back. It's supposed to be a Jedi thing to come back like that.
Also on top of that, I think the only way they could like retcon that would be like kind of like a summon type of thing. Like they have to take something of Han's before he died, and then go to like a heavily force area, like a good force area, and then maybe that could be a way for him to be summoned. But that seems kind of far fetched in my view.
Well,
Um,
I mean, anything's possible because you remember in the Clone or the what is it called, Dave? The other one, not Clone Wars, the other series, Rebels,
Yeah, Rebels.
where they introduced time travel. I'm not saying I want that in the movie, but that is a thing now.
There is that thing. Like I said, I think that they can. If he's working with George Lucas, there is some way that he could be like, well, there has to be significant people have to show up to
Oh yeah. By the way,
to the person. Like, why?
J.J. Abrams was getting help with George Lucas to write this script for Episode 9. So
Yes.
if you don't know,
Thank you, Dave.
this was just like people would probably be like, "What?"
Yeah. So like I said, George Lucas, like if he could give J.J. Abrams or whoever given J.J. Abrams idea to like, that has to be significance to what Luke says. We'll always be with you. No one's ever
Yeah.
really gone. Like I said, he could just be talking and just saying, you know, Han, you knew him,
We'll
Leia,
never
you
know.
knew her.
True.
Like we're just be with you. Like you'll be able to feel us. That is one thing. But I honestly think there's going to be some visual representation of confirming that to Rey or to Ben, one of the two. I don't know how. Like I said, Han wasn't a Force user. Leia wasn't a Jedi. But we know that Leia knows how to use the Force. Han knows of the Force and recognizes it. I don't know how they would do it, but that way I could see them kind of. I think it'd be a cool moment to have the original three appear and like to Rey and to kind of mirror what's gonna happen with, or not mirror what's gonna happen, but like focus like that. This movie is focused on the three, on Poe, on Finn, and Rey, because that's what it's showing all throughout the trailer, and that's what J.J. Abrams says. Like we're trying to connect everything, and it's gonna be focused on these three people, the original cast or the main three people.
And then on top of that, he did say that this movie is going to have some retcons to the last movie.
Where did he say that?
I think IGN posted it up earlier in the day.
I haven't seen that.
well, yeah,
I was
that's what
gonna
they
add
stated.
to you. I was gonna add, David, to you what you were talking about. That Oscar Isaac came out into detail that that Leia's gone, like, and he's having a hard time without the leadership to tackle that. So I don't know if that means they kill off Leia in some kind of way early on. I don't know. So that could add on to like how you're talking about seeing others. But I'm wondering how they're gonna do that, a send off for her. You know what I mean? Because I know they only have. I was just gonna say I know they have very limited unused footage from Episode 7 and 8 that they can add to it. And you could see one of that in the trailers where they change Rey's outfit when she's hugging Leia from an Episode 7 scene, but you can see the outfit of her in Episode 9, like where she has like the Jedi like hood. So I don't know how she's going to be in it, but we do know Oscar Isaac said he's having a hard time in the movie with his character to be able to continue without the leadership of Leia, and that Leia is gone. So what does that mean? Read between the lines a little bit, but you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So, can I just real quick?
Sure.
So IGN and Star Wars Theory posted that this was like a couple days ago that Ryan Johnson's okay with retcons being for the Episode 9 movie, and then J.J. Abrams said there are possible because I don't think he's want to say yes or no of retcons being in the movie. So.
Well, I mean, he already kind of showed stuff like Rey rebuilt the lightsaber. We thought she might do like a dual staff or something. Looked like she just rebuilt it back. So, you know, things like that.
The way that was worded though is because they said like Luke Skywalker lives in Episode 9. I think that's what J.J. Abrams said, or someone said in the panel, and people were like talking about like, what does that mean? Like he lives, because it looks like it is his lightsaber, but a lot of people are thinking there's more implications than just it like being restored as a lightsaber. I don't know what, but that's what I've been reading online as well.
Remember that poster we saw where you could see like a gold like kind of trim around the bottom and top, like she had to like recreate the middle surface?
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of cool. So maybe that's partly where it's from. I don't know. You know, one thing, I'm just gonna go super fanboy, and this is probably not gonna happen, but if they wanted to redeem Luke for like people that didn't like how he was portrayed in 8, I'm one of them, but I know not all of everybody is. It'd be really cool if they could have like some kind of cool way of like spiritual like Luke form fighting off like a Palpatine in the Force or something during a finale in some kind of weird way. I mean, we already saw that Yoda could affect the real world now with lightning. So if they had some kind of cool like Force Ghost battle or something, just super nerdy.
Do it like they did in the Lord of the Rings, and they like awaken all these Jedis, and they just come fighting. That'd be cool. That'd be far-fetched, but that'd be cool.
I'm down. I'm down for it.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, it's nothing's out of the realm of possibilities now. So it's just whatever they want to do.
So
Oh,
let's.
I want to ask. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was
looking
gonna
to
say,
ask.
I just to kind of finish off the video here, like actually talking about the actual trailer now. Like, what were some of your favorite things you saw, or what things that you maybe you think like, oh, this is interesting. What are they gonna do here? Why are they showing us this?
I want to ask you guys. It was going to be on the thing. It's actually related. In one of the trailers, it would really intrigue, or in a shot in the trailer intrigued me, was when Kylo's like with some stormtroopers on some planet. And it's like red background, and he goes and he just like tackles this guy down with his lightsaber. That guy, nobody's mentioned this in any YouTube videos or anything I've seen or discussions, but that hooded guy that he tackles, it looks like a freaking Knight of Ren. Am I the only one that thought that?
I thought that.
I thought that too.
Nobody is talking about that. Was that a freaking Knight of Ren he is tackling? Because we know they don't have lightsabers, right? And they all have like these different tools, like hammers and swords and all this like weird shit and staffs. The guy he tackles down looks like he's holding like some kind of like hammer-like weapon, and it looks like Kylo just rampaged his ass. That shot was awesome. And I was like,
Yeah,
was that
I'm
a Knight of
looking at,
Ren?
like- I'm like going scene by scene. It's something. He's a cloaked figure with dark cloak.
Do you think?
Um,
Do you think in the trailer? Because I wasn't sure. Does it look like they're racing Poe and Finn on that planet with C-3PO? Because I see all these staffs that it looks like it's like a lane that they're following, and I don't know if they're racing or something. I don't know.
it
I
could
can't
be like
remember
a
the
safe.
name of
It could be like a safe passage, like where like this area is safe. If you step out of it, like there's sand pits or something underneath, or that one monster from Episode 7 can eat you.
I thought they were just
know what I mean?
racing or
That
something.
could
I
be
don't
a
know.
thing.
It kind
Yeah,
of
I don't know if
reminded me. It kind of reminded me like of Mad Max for whatever reason. Like they're on this like pathway and they're getting shot at and all this crazy stuff happening.
I don't know if they're on Jakku or like Tatooine. We don't really know, but I can't remember the name of the people that are after them. Those troopers are like, were they jump troopers or something? But those are the things that are chasing them when they're running away.
Yeah, I think they look like shock troopers.
So, I don't know, but the one scene that was really weird to me was the intro. So like when you see Rey like sensing, and then you see like it looks like a modified version of Kylo Ren's his ship, and when he's coming at him, she just jumps and does a backflip over it, but he's not like shooting at her or anything. That left a lot of weird questions to me.
For whatever reason, I thought that she was running so that she can match up with the speed, jump, and so
Sure.
she can get on the ship and then go with him. Which I honestly think she's gonna team up with him again for whatever reason, whether he's back in the light or they need to help each other for whatever reason, and that's what she's doing. That's what I think.
I do think that Kylo Ren is going to not necessarily be allies, if you want to use that term, but I do think that him and her might team up, and I do think Knights of the Ren are going to be more villains. And I think JJ kind of hinted how he worded stuff that like to fight the bigger threat. What the hell does that mean? Is it Palpatine's a bigger threat? Like, what about Snoke? Did he possess Snoke's body like he could do in like the EU, or is he a reincarnation, a clone of him? Like, there's just a lot of questions. And that scene that I like the best was that scene when you see all of them together, and then they look over the shore, and you see the Death Star. Like, that's the part that actually got me chills. It got me so much excited.
Well, like I said, it's the three actually fighting and doing something together. This is like the first time, aside
Finally.
from like not even Episode 7 or 8, like they never really were together doing something. It was either Finn and Rey and Poe doing his own thing, and then in Episode 8, everyone was doing their own thing. And so in this one, I like that they're actually doing something together, which we haven't seen since Episode 4. Because in Episode 4 is when Han, Luke, and Leia were actually together fighting, and then in Episode 5, they were more spread out, and so in 6, like if you really think about it, like they were never always all together fighting. They were always just in different places doing what they need to do to finish the fight. So this one's gonna be cool, focusing on those three.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see all three of them together, because that's one of the things that really pissed me off about 8, is it's just like I'm not getting any character development between these characters' growth. So this one, having them together, I'm really excited to see the dynamic, because when we saw like Finn and Rey together in 7, I love that chemistry. And then when you see Finn with like with Poe, I love that chemistry. To see all three of them mesh together, I'm actually really excited for that.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's everything for this video. I can't wait to see the actual movie, so hopefully we'll get another trailer probably in a few months that show us more. We'll keep you up to date on anything good that comes out from Star Wars Celebration as well. So thanks so much for watching. This is David the Smash Fan.
Smiles your tech guy.
Mr.
And this is Chibino Podcast.